What's going on? This is KQKC BOXING NETWORK. And yes, I am working still. But now, I'm going to talk about this video I'm about to do. Now, before I get into this video, please go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and show me some love and hit the like button. Now, keep in mind, we all know that YouTube, something's going on where everybody's views are low. Don't know what it is. I'm not the only one. Everybody else. Now, I am KQKC BOXING Network. I come on every day. You don't need a notification. Because one thing about KQ, I'm always punctual. If I say I'm coming on 11 a.m. Central Standard Time every day, then I'm there. Now, if something comes up and I'm not there, go to the post. Go to the post. And you'll see I'm not coming on. I always post it. I always show my subscriber love. Now, if there's a fight on, doesn't matter if it's free or pay-per-view, I would call that fight. And also, I want to say that on Sunday mornings, the grind don't stop. Me, the OG, and the young G. That's Knockout Boxing 86 TV. I call him the debate guru. Why? Because he never lost a debate as far as I know him. Never lost a debate. Now, yeah, they're trying to send a ringer and they're trying to sit there and give him a loss and a setup. That's what it was. But still, he is undefeated. They can't do it fair and square, so they had to cheat. So, there you go. Now, don't forget to check us out every morning at 9 a.m. Sunday morning, we right here on KQKC at 9 a.m. Now, let's get into the video. And this video might be longer than fucking 5 minutes. Now, you saw that thumbnail up there. Is Bud Crawford now the face of boxing? My opinion. This is my opinion. This ain't nobody else's. And I say no. Now, just hear me out. I'm not hating. I gave him the credit that he deserved on last Saturday night. He put a whooping on Canelo Alvarez. Then, I heard Oscar De La Hoya do his clapback Thursday. And he said, don't try it, and saying Canelo was old and this and that. And Crawford is older, even though Canelo is younger. Well, I beg the difference. And let me tell you all this. I'm 58 years old. I will be 59. And I should know when a boxer is older in boxing years versus another boxer in boxing years. Canelo Alvarez had more wear and tear on him as a boxer. While Terence Crawford was playing around in the Olympics or trying to make the Olympics. Now, allegedly, he got kicked out for fighting in the stands. Well, at that time, Canelo Alvarez was a pro at 15. And also, he was a pro in Mexico. And I don't have to tell you all how many times a week. Not a month. Not 6 months. Not once a year. How many times they fight every week. You can tell by how many fights he only has on his record. So yes, he got a lot of wear and tear on his body. So in boxing years, yes, he's very older than Terence Crawford. Now, I hope I got that settled. Now, number 2, I got to address Mr. Coach Malachi. Now, I rock with Coach, no doubt about it. I think he's a cool dude. I don't have no problems with him. But evidently, I hear he got problems with me. And I know why, and I get it. See, Coach Malachi, he pretty much said that Terence Crawford now got guys that hated on him. Now they're trying to switch over. I ain't trying to switch over. I'm not trying to switch over. I still don't like the nigga. But that's outside the ring. Don't have nothing to do with inside the ring. See, y'all get hung up on these fighters outside the ring too. No, I don't do that. I think he is a fantastic fighter inside the ring. He just have a bad attitude outside the ring. He just don't F with a lot of people. And also, another thing that Coach Malachi said, he said that fanboys, they are fanboys, this and that. Well, fanboys are what we call that always take up for their fighter. They fighter never do no wrong. They never speak ill of their fighter. They never address their fighter when they do wrong. You're a fanboy. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's a fanboy. Same with Andre Ward. Same with Carissa Shields. The same with Coach Malachi. These are fanboys calling other people fanboys. Ain't nobody trying to blackball Terrence Crawford. He blackballed himself. And no, that is wrong. He don't sell. The numbers don't lie. Now, I can't say it was him or Top Rank. I don't know. All I know, he was stubborn. He didn't want to do the interviews. He didn't want to do anything but go in there and fight. And then Bob Arum, his own promoter, kind of spilled the beans. Now, that's on them. That ain't come from me. That came from Bob Arum himself. He been doing this for years. And he should know what the numbers are. Now, let me continue on. Now, let's take this face of boxing. A lot of you all get that so confused. Boxing has the boxing itself on one side, then you got the business of boxing on the other. Now, in order for you to be the face of boxing, it's a lot of stipulations that comes with that. Now, these are Bomac words. These are Andre Ward words that he boiled down to 147 and 140. Now, to me, call me crazy, but that sounds like you want to get a competitive edge. You know, something like Devin Haney did. And then rehydrate up 25 damn pounds. Who ever heard of that? Well, Snack has. Because remember, Vincent Conti said I can pass any drug test. I can make my fighters pass any drug test. So, what fighter don't want a competitive edge? Now, I was listening to a talk show, and they said Floyd Mayweather, he pretty much fought at his natural weight. And I believe all fighters should fight at their natural weight. Devin Haney is a goddamn almost 154-pounder squeezing down to 35. That's not fair to the other fighters that's doing the right thing. Same with Terrence Crawford. Now, remember, those are trainer words. Those are Andre Ward words. Nobody in blackball him. See, at that time, Bob didn't allow him to fight certain people. That's why when people say he haven't fought nobody, he really didn't. Now, I can't say it's his fault or not. But you got to be honest with yourselves. Y'all got to be honest with yourselves and stop all the clickbaiting. Look at Blue Blood. He was a big Earl Spence fan. Oh, man, he loved him, this and that. And Earl Spence pulled his card on that. And now, since he got with BLK Prime and fought that fight, I think they said his glove blew up or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, but Blue Blood never got an interview. Huh? How you feel about that, Blue? Huh? How you feel about that? I talk to Samson all the time. I talk to Dave Benavides. I talk to Ronnie Shields. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to do no damn interview. I ain't chasing nobody. I refuse to chase anybody. I'm retired. And for the smart ass that left me that comment on Instagram, allow me to say this. I started my job in high school. In high school. Now, back then, in 1979 and 80, we had what you call a work-study program. That means that if you got all your credits, you can leave school and go work and get a job work. And that's what I did. The job that I retired from, I started in high school. That's why I was able to retire at my age. I'll be 59. 59 in January. But it is a but. I only get 75% of my pension. I won't get the other 25 until I'm 65. But that 75 bought me my own home. It's not like the house I had built with my wife because we divorced. So we had to split out whatever the equity was. And I think she bought her a condo or whatever. Well, I bought me another house. I live by myself. I take care of my parents. Because y'all always say, oh, KQ so sleepy. Why the fuck you think I'm sleepy? Why you think I'm tired? Because every day, twice a day, I go to their house and make sure their house is together. Because they are neat freaks. They both was educators. And I know how they like their home. But that's not here or there. That's just for the smart asses that left me a comment. Okay? Now, as I keep going, and I told you all, don't do this. Give Bud his credit, but don't overdo it. Just like y'all said Bud Crawford got shot. I knew that was a lie. I've been around guys that got shot. I held my friend in my hand when he took his last breath. Blood all over me. Yes. He had a hole this big in his throat. In his throat. And I said, what? I said, wait a minute, what? Who said that? Man, KQ, yeah, boy got shot in the head. No, he did not. It went through his head while his ass was running. Okay? Now, trust me. If he got shot in the head, most likely he would be just like none other than a Wooski from 63rd STL. The bullet bounced off the ground and hit him in the head. Now he's taking medicine just to function. If a bullet shot him in the head, Terrence Crawford will be Terrence Crawford. It went through his hat as he was running and trying to get the hell up out of there. He was at a dice party. He was at the door. And they didn't like losing. And you know the rest. I'm from the rack, baby. Okay, I'm from the rack. We keep my head on the swivel all the time. We all in this bitch got PTSD. So ain't nobody from Omaha can tell me shit. Now, let me get that squared away. Oh yeah, this is a tell all, goddammit, right now. Now, let's get back to Bud Crawford. I never will discredit him as far as fighting inside the ring. Me and Knockout Boxing did a morning after show. And we gave him all the credit in the world. Matter of fact, we was happy because of, not because Bud won. I mean, yeah, that's good too, but I'm talking about because of Turkey. See, Bud Crawford, he messed up and he wrecked up the apple cart. And I'm talking about with none other than Turkey Al-Leash. Now, y'all don't want to admit it, but when Terrence sat there and put his head in his chest Turkey looking like, man, he wasn't happy for Bud. So why don't y'all speak on that shit? He wasn't happy for Bud. Now, he trying to set up Bud to lose. David Benavidez. David need to make his own path. That's my guy, David. David need to make his own path. I talked to Samson today. You know, he's there for Gabriella on her fight is tomorrow night. I will be calling that fight. That's the Collazo fight. So they will be fighting on the Zone tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. Come on over, enjoy a fight call. Now, let me explain to you what the face of boxing details. And the reason why I say Terence Crawford is not the face of boxing. Number one, Canelo Alvarez has always been dubbed the face of boxing. And guess what? He lost to Terence Crawford. But also, guess fucking what? He still is the face of boxing. Until Terence Crawford can prove to me and everybody else that he can outsell, pack him in, big fan base, and the personality, and all that. See, all that comes with the face of boxing. And also, you can be great. Now, he got the great now, and that's no problem. If you look at my thumbnail from today, I had who would be the next face of boxing. Because Canelo got 2 fights left with Turkey, and he said he's out. And then you got Terence Crawford, 38 years of age. He won't be long. He will be out. Then you got Gervonta Davis. He might walk away after the Jake Paul fight, which I like Gervonta Davis, but see, I'm a real nigga. All right? Excuse my word, but, you know, hey, I'm phone now, baby. I'm from Chicago. All right? We don't pull no punches. And I think it's a shitty fight. I'm going to call it, but I think it's a shitty fight. I like the thing. All right? Yeah, Knockout's more a bigger fan than I, but still, I like him. He's exciting. This is what the face of boxing contains. Now, Canelo's not really like brass and outspoken like Tank, but he has a country behind him. All those people at Netflix, all those people was at the Allegiant Stadium, they was mostly Canelo fans. Yeah. So when Crawford can do things like him and Tank broke a record at the Barclay. Yeah. Not only once, but twice. When I mentioned boxing to the neighborhood grocery store people, they said, man, what's that little guy name? I said, what little guy? I said, Gary Russell. He said, no. The little guy, you know, Tank. He said, yeah, Tank, that little guy. Man, he's something else. And that Puerto Rican guy something else too. I said, what Puerto Rican guy? Oh, you mean the Mexican guy, Canelo. Yeah. And that's it. That's it. You know, did I mention Crawford? See, Crawford caught that reputation, not because he was blackballed, because he was an asshole outside the ring. He pretty much just don't like certain people. Or certain people just rub him the wrong way. Or maybe he just want to be around people he grew up with. You know, just like a gang. Most gang people, you know, they in cliques now here in Chicago. And they only, you know, click up with the people they grew up with. Those are the ones they can really trust. So it's probably similar like that. There's no hate from KQ. I ain't got time for it. Now, Coach Malachi, I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised. Now, I still like him. But one thing about it, Coach has my number. I have his. But, you know, I haven't said anything about him in a negative way. And probably never will. Because I like the cat. Now, for him to talk about me, that's on him. The LWC talked about me for a long time. And look at their dumb asses. My channel's still growing. so far this month. Yeah, it's not nothing big, but it's something. 14 people subscribed this month. And this month is not over yet. So hopefully, maybe, I might get more. But if I don't, I'm good with it. Because I only want to get 10,000, that's all. I'm 59 years old in January. So I can give a damn hoot. I can get a hoot, goddammit, about subscribers and all that. That ain't going to happen with me. Because I have two people that been in my life for 58 years. That was there when I kept going to jail. Was there when he said he's not going to be there no more, he bailed me out. But he was there. But the last time he wasn't there, shit, I had to do 6 years. But still in all. Those are the ones I worry about twice a day. My phone, I have the alarm system on it. Not only mine, theirs. If somebody walking around on their porch or outside their perimeter, I would know about it. So that's what I do. Yeah, go ahead and make your videos, make fun of me, but it don't make a goddamn thing to me. For real. Half of you niggas I will never see in my life. And trust me, words don't hurt me. But you know how we rock in Chicago. We can't take road trips. I have done it before. And that's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to leave it like that. So don't play with me. Don't play with me. Now, once again, the face of boxing consists of talking that shit at press conferences, have a great, great fan base. Canelo got the Mexican fans. Tank got the black fans, the hip-hoppers, the rappers. Tank said, and I quote and unquote, that's my wish to go to Chicago. Because, no, all the rappers are here. We started drill rapping. Yeah. All the rappers come out of Chicago lately. You know, Lil Durk, King Var, Chief Keef, all of them. So stop getting overboard. Stop trying to compare Terrence Crawford to this person, that person, that person. Listen, Terrence Crawford is his own man. Now, of course, you can say, well, he's the greatest fighter in this era. No, he's not. No, he's not. See, one thing y'all have to learn, and I learned this a long time ago myself. When a fighter's like 25-0, you mean, wow, man, that's good, wow. But then you got to go look into the resume and see who did he fight. Did he fight champions? Or did he fight just Rudy Poots, as my man Everything Boxing would say? Or did he fight the best they have to offer? So, therefore, example, Earl Spence had all the belts except one. All you had to do is just beat Earl Spence and get the belts. So, you know, work smart, not hard. I guess that's it, their motto. And, of course, he's going to be just like Floyd, have all his faculties, which is great. I love to hear that about a black fighter. And I doubt very seriously he will have a speech problem because, see, he's never been in a dog fight. A lot of people had a problem when I said, man, Crawford, man, he boxed the hell out of Canelo. Well, KQ, no, he didn't box him, he fought him. No, he boxed him. He did a whole lot of lateral movement. He stopped and fought in spurts. Then he got back on his bike. Smart boxing to me, because Canelo had to reset every time Terrence Crawford moves. He get his feet planted, Canelo, and then he get ready to throw that overhand right. And I don't know why they didn't have a game plan, but that's just not here and there. But still in all, then Crawford get right back, moving again, making Canelo pick them feet up, you know. So, in closing, that's why Terence Crawford is not the face of boxing. Canelo lost to Terence Crawford last Saturday. He still is considered the face of boxing. That's not my words. This is all the professional outlets are saying this. So, until Terence Crawford can be able to capture the world and be able to sell, to be able to pack asses in the seats, to do great at the gate, all that, just like Tank broke the gate record. I mean, he can do it too. But you got to have a personality. Yeah, you're doing interviews now, but it's just a little bit too late. When we was asking you to do it with Top Rank, you had an attitude. Your ass was up on the shoulders. It's not that he was blackballed. It's just that people didn't like his attitude outside the ring, which he still has. That's all. He's arrogant, and he believes his shit don't stink. Now, that's outside the ring, but I'm a boxing fan. He's a bad boy inside that square circle. No doubt about it. And once again, before I close, I don't care for all this boiling down weight and this and that. If you weigh 168 all your life and that's your natural weight, then fight at your natural weight. Fight at your natural weight. Man, that's why I keep telling you all. Everybody want Tank to move on up and fight Devin at 147. He can't make 147. He's a grown man. He stopped growing. Let me put it in layman's term. On phono grade. Tank gonna be a shorty. Okay? Now, I'm not calling names, but you know who you are. A lot of people got short man complexes. And I noticed that. And maybe that's why some people say the things they say. So, Coach Malachi, I'm just saying, you could have called me. You know, now, I haven't listened to it, but everybody telling me that you ran me in the ground. Which is fine. I'm used to it. Because guys like 78, short, fat, and with a limp and a gout. Now, really? I mean, really? So, guys like that, they don't make it far. So, I'm talking about 78 sports. And I can go on and on. See, let's not forget, they talked about KQ for 2 years. KQ took the high road. Why? Because I'm grown. I don't play with nobody else's kids. But now, I think I have a little fun with their asses. Yes, you hit it right here at KQ. I'm going to start going in on motherfuckers. I'm going to start taking the low road. I'm going to go back into the trenches. I'm going to go back in the south side of Chicago, the Inglewood, baby. Lamron. That's right. Now, once again, Terence Crawford is not the face of boxing. He could be, but I think it's a little bit too late for it. It's okay to be the champion. It's okay to have the belts. And one more truth. Terence Crawford not trying to be great. It was always a money grab. He was trying to be richer. Same with Tank. I told you I keep it down the middle. I keep it down the middle. Same with Tank. This exhibition is going to bring in a lot of money. That's why George is so upset with that dude. Because they missed out on a big-ass payday. So for to set the record straight on this shit, Tank pulled their permits. They pulled, Jake Paul, they pulled their permits. Netflix did also. They said, look, we ain't got to go through all this shit. Our money good anywhere in the United States and abroad. So they flipped the coin, goddamn it. And next thing you know, they in Miami. And they'll love to take their money. Hell, we'll love to take their money in Chicago too. Because you know this is going to do way better than your average fight. It's an exhibition. But we are talking about one of the other face of boxing. Now, I told you, I called him down the middle. I called him on Crawford, Tank, and now I'm finna call on my favorite fighter, and that's Jermell Charlo. I was mad at Jermell Charlo, because all he did was he jumped up there and fought Canelo just for the bag. And then once the fight was over, he disappeared for 2 years. Why? Because he got that bag, baby. That's why. But one thing about Al Heyman, he put his fighters in position for their money to make more money. And that's what they're doing. And that's why Charlo is still got everything he got. That's why he still got that DeLorean sitting in his damn living room. But if you listen and you follow Al's instructions, you can be richer. See, Tank don't need turkey. Shakur needs turkey. Crawford needs turkey. But Tank doesn't. Yeah, with that, please hit the like button. You got any problems? You don't agree with what I said? That's fine. I'm always willing to listen. So drop a comment. Get down in that comment section. Go ahead and blow a gasket or whatever. I don't give a shit. But I will listen and I will answer. I am KQKC BOXING NETWORK. I come on every day at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm usually off on Tuesdays. So you have to double check to make sure I will be off. And that will be posted. That will be posted. But I'm live every day. If there's a fight on Saturday, don't worry. I will call that fight. It doesn't matter if it's free. It doesn't matter if it's pay-per-view. I will call that fight. I will call the Collazo fight, Invasion fight tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. Play by play, blow by blow. And my girl, she will be fighting. That's Sebastian Fondora's sister. She is the youngest. Do you hear me, Bill Haney? Do you hear me, Devin? She's the youngest undisputed champion today. Today. Now, with that said, I thank you for your time. I thank you for your patience. I thank you for staying to the end of this video. Now, if you're on your phones, swipe over and hype this video. That way, everyone can share this video. With that, I'm live and direct from Chirac.